sort of reminds me in the mid game of like a Plinko board. Okay, you drop like 10 marbles
Show
down
your work. Okay.
you drop like 10 marbles down a Plinko board and everybody's kind of doing their own thing and bouncing around places versus I feel like it's just everybody's trying to just destroy one other person. It feels like they have a vendetta out and they're going to be like, I'm going to kill that guy, and then they're all running around and doing it. It's awesome.
So it's chaos and you don't know what's going to happen, but you kind of feel like you do because you drop into the same spot on the Plinko board, but it never lands in the same spot.
Exactly.
So when we dropped the Plinko in game 1, game 2, similar lineup, different result.
And this time it's a whole different board. Look at this.
Wow.
We got new heroes.
The price is right, and so is lyrical. That's what I'm learning.
That's my opinion, and I'm sticking to it. Okay, I like what we're seeing so far, though. There's a bunch of big team fight things. We finally get to see Viper banned out 2 games in a row. That, to me, feels like it was the big, almost gotcha type pick in the draft. The Tiny afterwards was like, all right, well, we're just going to try and play our game. That's what I feel like I'm hearing from Beast Coast.
That's the I don't want to go out on some other hero. I want to go out on Tiny.
Okay.
Win or lose. You know, I feel like doesn't want to live with some regret of what could have been. So Lumpy is just throwing his confidence into the Tiny because other than that, I don't think there's a lot of great reasons for Tiny. I think you got to feel like you are a beast at Tiny to want it in this game.
Right. And maybe an opportunity to make some rotations and try and like kill Hector later in terms of like mid heroes that can kill an individual other hero. Tiny's one of the best out there. The problem, of course, that we've seen as this patch has moved on and all throughout this year, honestly, is everybody's just so damn tanky.
I'll kick you, you toss me, they're high-fiving.
Bang, bang.
But yeah, I mean, that is the main struggle for Tiny. It used to be so free.
Yeah.
Just ran around, blew anybody up. But Hector, certainly the prime target, considering the supports are even going to be kind of tanky. You know, our panel was worried about the double range lane. What about double range and a Tiny, or a Tusk rather? Because there's 3 heroes up here still. We got ourselves a tri lane.
Yeah, I mean, that's what they said, right? They thought, okay, Heroic might end up having like a 3rd hero brought to their lane to try and shut down the Viper, but in response, Heroic, they bring 3. So tri-lane versus tri-lane, and then a 1v1 mid. Schofield going down. Schofield getting away. Pike, he's instead the one that's going down, but no. Moose draws first blood, taking down that Tusk. And hey, you know what? When you're in a pair, drinking buddy's pretty good. When you're just the 3 of them, that's when tag team could be kind of cool.
That's true.
Nobody's taking that anymore, though.
No, it's the mobility is just kind of ridiculous.
Yeah,
it's hard to deny on the old drinking buddies. Moves. Obviously, a lot of these trees have been cut down, so giving them a bit of a hard time here.
Dude, is this just gonna stay a full-on tri-lane?
I mean, Heroic. Who's happy about this? I guess it's Beast Coast probably.
Oh, Devi taking some damage, but not enough. And Moose forced back 2. They get some good damage onto that Viper, but then nothing else after the fact.
It's slowing down the levels that you're going to get on this Viper, which is when I think it gets more and more annoying for this Luna as well. So I think that overall, like, because in a tri-lane, the gold stays the same for the core, but the XP goes down. So if you can create a situation where the Luna is still getting as many last hits, I feel like that's pretty good for you.
Right, and the other thing is that in terms of that one-on-one matchup, you basically have 2 solo lanes now. Kunkka farms pretty well against Windranger.
Yeah. He should not be harassed out.
Right, and you also can get the Tidebringer hits even when she's wind running, which is really nice. As the levels get higher and higher, this matchup becomes worse for Hector, I feel like.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like, he's timing it there as well. You can see he's going to get the Lotus, so he doesn't have to worry too much about it. Mid lane has just been a wash, as you would expect between these two. Bit of an edge there to the Tiny thanks to his higher damage, but...
This actually can't keep going like this. I feel like Hector's going to just get everything denied out against him. I mean, he'll find some other ways to farm, but that...
Yeah.
This gets worse. Meantime, Schofield getting chased by El Misho. They drinking buddies away. Flame break pushback, and then the slowdown. 5 stacks now of Sticky, and more damage coming in. There's the Torrent connection. More hits abound. And you can see the Tidebringer spam. Vitaly very healthy. Hector not so much.
The problem is, like, if you bring someone down here, does it really change that much at this point? Because they're going to be coming in under-leveled.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Like, it feels like you're kind of stuck in this situation as Heroic, even if you did want to change it. Oh, Pike. Mr. Pike a little bit too far up here.
Drinking buddies and the cookie, all the mobility, and now Luna nowhere to go.
Oh, everything going so well, but just steps up a little bit too far, giving that cookie an opportunity. Kind of ruins everything you've worked for here.
Yeah, that is a rough one. And Heroic giving the tip to El Misho. It's an interesting tip right there. As they will get the D ward, try and reassert some control over these camps. Although now El Misho in a little bit of trouble. He's got to run away. Not sure if he's going to be able to make the escape happen. So the Bat Rider goes down. In the meantime, King Jungle's able to get away. No problem for KJ.
He just hops right on out of there. Now your Viper gets a bit of an edge here in this lane, feeling good. Getting this pressure onto the supports. 3 points in the Tiebringer, though. It does mean there's still some issues down here for Hector.
No. And a bottle refill for Lumpy. Are they going to make a move? Radiant scanning, anticipating that there could be this mounting pressure, and it does turn red as he's going to get the bounty rune. Hector, not quite level 6 yet on the Kunkka, but with this creep wave coming in, can try and play a little bit aggressively. They find him.
The level 2 back gank.
Underneath, he wants to get level 6. He doesn't quite have it because of that deny. So no boat here means that they can't make the go.
Oh man, and they've even got Lumpy just sitting there waiting to go for the combo.
That was really well played. He was one creep away on Tally from being able to get it, and now he has 6, but they've already left.
Everyone's gone. That feels terrible. Analog's already 6 here in the mid. Lumpy has to come and just grab the creeps, just so he can now get there. As he grows a larger shell.
And Analog, Illusion Rune, will start to head up north. So a little bit of a strange start to the laning stage. I don't think we've seen a tri-lane versus tri-lane, and I don't think probably at this whole TI.
Not for as long as we had it there, but Pike is already way back. Ice Shard's not going to hit, though. Everyone's allies are kind of far, but Analog was nearby and could have commit there for a potential kill. So good escape from Pike, and they're just going to swarm this tower. On the other side of the map, they do grab Hector's courier, but he's standing tall down here.
X, boat, going to connect. Now the Torrent, but with Divine moving in, that stops any extra pressure. He has to back away. Tally throws out the Tidebringer, now bunching away onto Hector, tossed to the side. Is it going to be enough damage? Yes, and now Devi is out too far. Only level 4 Viper, usually strong, not so much when you're under leveled from a tri-lane. Oh, but look at this Analog, the big move in with the magnetized El Misho is going to get killed here.
Yeah, he's going to clean up the old mop and bucket there for Analog.
Still, not bad there.
Yeah, Vitaly will escape to the Wisdom Rune as well. Well, if he wants it, but there's some gold to grab first here, so never mind.
And so, very even across the board. Nothing doing yet. It is definitely a little bit interesting seeing the caustic bath with no points in the corrosive skin, but it's fine.
Yeah, he's one of those heroes where the facets are a little eh. The poison burst, it has its moments.
Right.
This will also have its moments, but the facet doesn't really define this hero right now. Divine Llama certainly needing that Wisdom Rune after a tri-lane as the offlaner. Still pretty far away from level 6 here as Vitaly. The outside there is level 7.
Some wards placed down pretty deep. Lumpy will get the Arcane Rune. And this is what I was talking about, like when this 8-minute mark, as the lanes start to die down a little bit, you kind of have these solo pick-off moves that happen where supports are just kind of walking around looking to set up on people, and they end up running into each other in the river.
Or the jungle here.
Yep. Then Analog's over to the side too. El Misho trying to buy some time, slowing him down, and yeah, he's eventually going to go down. But then you toss back underneath the tower, find yourselves a tasty little tusk. Schofield tries to drinky buddies to get away. Another loosened beam. It's enough.
I thought he was getting out of there for a moment, but not enough of a save this time, as the damage will catch up to him. So, bit of a trade. Across the map here as Lumpy and Analog are battling for a bounty rune, as Hector is also just battling creeps under his tower.
The Tidebringer hits onto that Wind Ranger. Like, she's going to be susceptible to getting killed almost every boat.
Oh well, Misho. It's a scary spot to be, even with Firefly.
Yeah. Just having to sit it out for a moment. Vitaly, level 8. Wind Ranger needs to be careful about her positioning almost every boat.
Oh well, Misho. It's a scary spot to be, even with Firefly.
Yeah. Just having to sit it out for a moment. Vitaly, level 8. Wind Ranger needs to be careful about her positioning. Now there is a movement down south by the Tusk, who is going to place a ward, try and just keep Hector safe through all of this.
We'll see how Misho recovers this game. Obviously played pretty greedy in the last couple. Is now up to level 5, but as a Bat Rider, obviously he's a hero who really wants a lot of farm. As they do get the ulti onto Vitaly, so the boat has to come out.
And Shard comes out as well. The snowball, the dodge, all of the damage. Lumpy throws out an avalanche. Still in trouble is going to be this Kunkka. He's got the rum on him, keeping him alive for a long time, but not long enough. So the big movement in takes down the top net worth hero. That's what you want to see for Heroic.
Yeah, well done by Schofield too, right? Completely invalidates the hero there with that snowball. If you know that boat is coming, there's just nothing you can do. They're going to steal these Ancients. What a great grab to get here to help recover this game that was slowed down for Divine Llama.
And Misho, he's going to also try and steal some of these stacks away together with Lumpy and Tree as Hector pushes down bottom. Keeping that movement forward and putting a little bit of pressure onto the tier 1 tower.
Yeah, likewise mid lane here with the catapult and the tree. Divine Llama, they're going to throw him over. They have the overgrowth.
He's very tanky, hard to kill, but with all the magic damage that they've got in the overgrowth connection, it's enough. Now Pyke moves in too. Snowball onto the creeps. They're going to pop the Eclipse immediately, try and bring him down low, and yes, indeed, they get that finish. Vitaly's a little ways away, but they move in with Analog now. Kick him to the side, and actually that kind of keeps him alive. The misplay
Power
there.
shot missed.
It kept him alive after the kick. Now they're going to full on go into Analog, try and finish him off. Another loosened beam, done. 4 dead, and Hector can't believe it.
That's crazy. I can't either. Like him coming back in as well. Hector was also shooting out a power shot. He could have killed him if he'd known he was coming back down. That was a crazy play there to come back in for Pyke.
Beast Coast now up 4,000 gold at just under 12 minutes. That's all that fight, basically.
Man, that was a fast swing. That's pretty much, yeah, just tower and that fight. The gold has now gone crazy for Beast Coast. Pyke's right back into farming now, heading in towards that Yasha. And what's the plan here for Hector? He's had this Gleipnir queued up the whole time. He had a Yasha maybe queued up. Now Misho gonna get up to the high ground here, but yeah, that's a guaranteed kill there. Absolutely.
Guaranteed.
Guaranteed.
Denied.
Not a kill. Not a kill. It is a death, but it's not a kill. Very well done here.
That was nicely played. And now, Vitaly, knowing where Hector is. Ooh, didn't quite get the vision. I mean, he's in trouble, though. This is going to be a hard survive. But Hector, he's dodging, he gets away, what?
One with the trees here.
Yeah, it's not helping you this time, Moose. And in fact, the whirlwind comes out, they managed to bring him down. That was super well done.
Yeah, the lack of overgrowth there. Hurting him, not much you could do, unfortunately. Try and help out on the grab.
And suddenly, the leads cut back down again. Off the back of that kill, and Pyke is way down here on the bottom side of the map. What's going on?
He came through thinking there was going to be a fight, and then it broke down. And he's like, well, I'll just take their camps. And they're none the wiser, right? This is excellent play by him.
Absolutely.
Then go right back up, clear out the rest of the camps.
It's a nice way to do it. Keep that farm moving. Put yourself in a position where if there is a fight, you can be a part of it and help out. And honestly, he could just stay there and wait for Hector to come in. There still is an opportunity here for an Eclipse play.
Yeah, 100%.
They see him. Hector underneath the tower. They go. X mark. Boat goes out, but the last... Oh, they don't quite connect with the torrent. The timing wasn't right. And now Analog. Yeah. That's pretty bad.
Sometimes you just get baited by your carry player, because you know what Pike's saying. Yeah, come on, let's go.
No.
Let's do something here, buddy. Oh, you missed the... Oh, okay, I'm going to go jungle now. Bye.
Yeah, that one hurts.
I think many rotations again, right?
So that was one of those two where in the past, I feel like the boat might have hit, but ended up going for torrent boat instead, and the shackle can mess you up there. Lasso, though, as Elmisho moves over. He's very low. Genji not quite going to connect for the kill. Elmisho's still playing very fast and loose here. He is way in deep. Analog trying to take him down. Now the roll to the side.
Hector dead! Hector died! What? Hector TV'd and died while Analog is chasing Elmisho.
And now Vitaly off to the side. The Plinko is Plinkoing as they run down mid.
He just TV'd into Overgrowth Eclipse.
Yeah.
That's your Wind Ranger.
That happened.
All right, Elmisho is just a beast this series. I don't know what else to say.
That change in elevation, it always messes you up.
that's all it is, eh? Hector was so psyched. He's like, oh, sweet, a team fight. I can finish up my Gleipnir. I want to get involved. I'm a Wind Ranger. And then, you know, not going to save you this old Wind Run versus Pike and an Overgrowth.
10-10, but it's Beast Coast on top right now. And it's got to be said, I'm feeling like they are starting to pick up steam. If Lumpy can get involved in a couple more of these kills, if you can play around the Luna, Beast Coast definitely feel like they're on the pathway to success here.
You heard Fierce say that that was their first map win over Heroic this year.
Yeah.
So to finish it with a series win in the lower bracket on the road to the International would be a pretty impressive feat here for Beast Coast.
Right.
But, I mean, what that story tells you is that Heroic, you know, they found many ways to win those games.
Yes. Absolutely.
So this little bit of a lead here for Beast Coast can't be taken too lightly. They got to still focus up here. And Hector does finish up the Gleipnir. So there's been a lot of discussion about these Wind Ranger games about how do you play the BKB? How do you play the Whirlwind? So the problem sometimes is with this Gleipnir is that your BKB comes later, right? But considering they have a Viper and a Tusk and an Earth Spirit, honestly, I would not have minded it because I feel like the control might be a little bit of overkill. But then you see Elmisho also doing what he's doing to Analog, so maybe the Gleipnir is necessary.
Right. Just a little bit of extra lockdown for these annoying, pesky heroes that can kind of play around the areas would definitely feel nice for them. And sort of just to reiterate what you were talking about before, like, we have seen leads that evaporate that are much bigger than just this 4K mark that they're at right now. And when you can do this on your carry, just go to town going with the Whirlwind and farm up a couple rounds of camps very rapidly, it starts to fall apart otherwise. That is 3 specialist arrays, including one on a melee hero.
Yeah, everybody loves that item right now.
It's too good. Damage, attributes, all good things.
Tavai Llama, another game, another pipe here. Very important to help cover Hector, as we already saw. Magic damage being the bane of his existence.
It was the only thing that did damage to him in that last.
Yeah, I mean, Whirlwind, or rather, Wind Run gonna save you, but Tavai Llama's pipe gonna do the other bit of work there as a Philosopher's Stone will be found by KJ.
The fact that Elmisho can play like this, if he ends up getting away...
No, he is dead.
I mean, okay.
Now, will he get denied again?
Oh my god.
Dude, there's no way.
Oh my god,
okay,
he almost did it. He almost did it.
That's way too close.
All right, so they take him out there. The only other thing that I would say is that I'm thinking back to last game, and as they will be able to TP out on Moose, there was the issue that Beast Coast just kind of went for the all-out split push, never took a fight. I am seeing them dodge a little bit right now in spite of the gold lead, in spite of, like, you know, I'm willing to put a pass on it right now because they're close to a couple of items, but eventually I do want to see them try and group around Pyke and make something happen. They're very strong.
Yeah, you're kind of expecting Lumpy to try and get in there and be active with these kills here, and Heroic, they're doing the same thing as last game. It's a little bit later, but it's about an Aegis for Hector, and they have scanned this out on the side of Beast Coast. And they have just said tier 2 tower.
Interesting. Very interesting. I mean, they've got fighting-oriented items. I guess, like, again, you're, what, maybe 800 gold away from finishing off an Aghanim Scepter on Kunkka, very close to a BKB on Tiny. I think it makes sense to dodge this one. But honestly, they could probably still fight after the Aegis goes into Heroic's hands.
Yeah, we'll see how this Ags plays out for that Kunkka, because we've seen the fights where it is just completely ridiculous with his ghost ship.
Yeah.
The damage just goes crazy. It's also pretty solid versus the BKBs just because of the raw damage it provides anyway. But they don't even have those to protect them. It's mostly just going to be cutting through this pipe. But they're going to get aggressive.
Trying to move in here.
There's no shortage of initiation here for Heroic. That is one thing this game, where they have the Gleipnir build, they have the Tusk, they have the Earth Spirit, even the Snap, of course, like has some tools. So if they want to start a fight, they should be able to.
I mean, the thing about this is that you really, for Beast Coast, I feel like, want to hit your item timings hard. And even though they're playing into this Aegis, when this Aghanim Scepter is done on Kunkka, it's a really strong window before that Wind Ranger gets her BKB. If they don't hit that, things do start to look a little bit more scary, I feel like, for Beast Coast. You got to get something done eventually here.
It feels like they're just trying to all in again on their Luna, just like last game, and they're just saying that Hector is not as scary on the Wind Ranger as he was on the Bristleback.
Right.
Like, you're not going to be able to play that same game. You can't come and just sit and take your racks, which is definitely true. Right, that is not the power of this Wind Ranger hero. She's good at a lot of things, but as the claims just keep bouncing. And will actually get the tower.
Did not decide to deny that one.
But it's not going to end the same way, right? You can't just walk on the high ground and destroy all the buildings this time. That's not an option for Heroic. So,
oh, now Misho, they're going to lose them. Tried to get denied again. Didn't quite manage it. But these little pickoffs, and now, I mean, Beast Coast, and this is what we were talking about, there is a chance here to fight, but you don't have El Misho now. It just doesn't feel perfect. Maybe with Tiny Avalanche. Oh, the silence! Toss back BKB. Gonna find one kill. On to KJ. Can they get to Llama afterwards? It looks like the answer is maybe.
No.
Snowball. Oh, this is dangerous. Danger. Hector's here. Now the damage is going to start to come out. Blade Mill already out from the Earth Spirit, but the toss already gone. That's one round. The Aegis is there. El Misho can TP back in if he wants, but they're TPing out. They break Vitaly's TP. They're going to lose the Kunkka, lose the tree, most likely, yes. They were able to burn through the Aegis, but one doesn't feel great if you're Beast Coast.
No, I don't think this Aegis really does that much for them in terms of the sieging anyway. Like, sure, they might have gotten, like, maybe 1 or 2 tier 2s, but Beast Coast, I don't think they're going to be very happy about that one. Just didn't get quite enough with the boat. They only really get the snap to set up for after that. And that Aegis has pretty much provided the time here for Hector to get this BKB. I would like to see them go again immediately for Beast Coast once the boat's back up, which is in 10 seconds.
Yeah, boat.
Like, I don't think you need to wait for overgrowth. I think you smoke up, you go, you try and get a lasso.
They just need to take the fight on their own terms, it feels like. And
man, El Misho is just one-track mind, huh?
Dude. Oh, man.
I don't think he needs to do this. This is a little over.
Yeah.
Like, over the top here, man. Like, you have Blink, you have Lasso, you have Boat. I think there are moments to play the game of Dota 2 versus your opponents and not just the creeps and neutrals.
It's true. Game, I mean, again, all right, Pyke gets the BKB. it feels like now is the time to go. We'll see if they decide to smoke up and make some type of a play together. There is a chance that they kind of just want to keep waiting it out because they feel like their lineup scales better and don't feel pressured to make a fight happen.
Surely he's holding a smoke. Yeah,
all right, they're going.
Okay.
They're going. I think this is the right play.
See what they can find.
Kunkka a little ways away from them. Hector is down here.
Yeah, they have an ops on the pillar as well. It sees where Schofield's lurking.
In towards mid, Devi shows himself. Avalanche, toss, Eclipse. Immediately on to the Viper, brings him down.
It's what they interesting.
This
They're
is
going to go right for the tier 2.
This is their power spike. How much can they get done? Hector is TPing in right now. Oh my god.
Nisho?
Blinks forward up to the high ground, sees them, forces them back. But just like that, East Coast will take the tier 2 tower after getting the kill onto the Viper.
And they didn't spend anything, right? They used the Eclipse, sure, but I think you're still pretty confident going for some other moves here. You now have this Force Staff delivered to Elmisho, so he can be a lot happier about his jump-ins. Once more, though, Heroic's focus on the Tormentors continues. We're very quick to grab those, and that's going to go to KJ.
They're all grouped together as 5 there, although Tusk did have to leave for a second. They had just completed a BKB for the Earth Spirit. And it looks like Beast Coast are going to go take a Tormentor of their own this time. A bunch of good shards here in this one.
Let's see who's going to grab it.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that's super important for Trim because he needs this item. Like, you have to get it, and this basically just puts gold in the bank towards your Blink Dagger as Tree. Which in this game is amazing because they have this Kunkka, right? And they have this Bat Rider, but Tree can just sacrifice. You can just blink. If you hit a 4-hero overgrowth with a Kunkka Aegis on your team, you don't care if you die.
Right.
Right? If that boat comes in, plus you might not die because of the boat. It might actually save you, right?
Well, and the ability to sort of make sure that Schofield's not able to interrupt that with the snowball save, right? Yep. These things start to really matter a lot if you can get good positioning on the tree. Beast Coast again playing forward, although, whoa. BKB out, that's the reveal. Now Lumpy trying to walk away. Analog not going to be happy about that usage of his BKB. They drop down the Observer Ward, see him over to the side, pulls him in. Do they have enough damage? Schofield is off there. Avalanche, the boat, the big boat hits. The toss, it's good damage. We'll have the snowball in just a moment, but they're all rooted with the overgrowth. It's not going to be there. Devi Llama in trouble, finds that kill. Can they get more?
Oh, what a pullback there from Vitali on the Kunkka. That was nice.
And like that, they're ready to start the movement. 5 heroes alive for Beast Coast. And tier 3 towers available, but they're not going to make that move.
Yeah, moves, buying and selling, figure out what he's going to do. He goes for the gem. So that's going to really delay any hopes of a Blink Dagger for himself. And that just means that they feel confident in the ability to initiate here between their Tiny and their Bat Rider, and that they really want to close this game out. They don't want to get caught by any sort of aggressive vision.
Right. They want to secure that Aegis for themselves, which is why they're all heading up top to try and play around this area. The tree gem makes sure that they're going to have the vision advantage when the Roche fight eventually happens.
When it spawns in 17 seconds.
I mean, that'd be really
It's going to be a fast one.
You think so?
Yeah, I can sense it.
Oh.
Like I said, 2 minutes.
Literally, barely not get longer. It's going to spawn bottom now because of that.
All right.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I can't believe you just cursed them that hard.
I got the reads.
I mean, that being said, Heroic don't know this. They could have Roche up and already go in there, so they're wrapping around with a smoke. Analog, does he find a target? Smoke up of their own.
AJ wants a ward on that, and I tell you, it would be a great ward right now.
Oh, man. Oh, they're retreating back. Man, Beast Coast, I'm not sure exactly, like, what their play is here. I guess that they just had a read on it. Maybe they saw
really
somebody
hate
smoke
neutrals.
underneath the ward.
That's all I've learned is they can't stand the neutrals.
Yeah.
That's most of their gameplay.
Misho, ready to step forward. Smoke breaks on him. Smoke breaks on Heroic. They know they're over here. And because of how long of a Roche respawn this is, Heroic might be able to outflank them a second time in this series by just going through the gate. If Beast Coast don't make a move soon, I think Heroic just claim this one themselves. But instead, they are going to fight. Walrus Punch to start. Overgrowth follows that one up. Now,
the boat.
Lasso already out. It's good damage. Schofield in some trouble. Do they have enough? Divine Llama, he's already on to this Luna. She's broken. Whirlwind run away on the side of Beast Coast after Tree is dead. Lumpy throws out an avalanche. They back out of there. Kunkka in trouble. Vitali, he doesn't have anywhere left to go. He's dead. Eclipse is out. It's good damage, but will it be enough? Can he run down Devi, the Glimmer, and now they have to back out? Pike, Gleipnir, not going to break that TB. The BKB lasted long enough. So they will be able... Well, here's the problem. Roche still isn't up for 50 seconds.
Yeah, it's still a long ways away there. It's a great hold there from Heroic to keep that positioning, force a bad jump in there from Beast Coast. Not the way you want to do it. And of course, we know Moose just invested in that gem, and now it's sitting there on the ground. KJ's waiting for his courier. This is a courier bait. So what's happening right now is that he thinks the Dire can't see him, but there's actually an observer ward that he knows that he's sitting there baiting the courier, but he was hoping the courier would come and he'd kill the courier and get the gem.
I thought he was just taunting them.
No. He wanted a courier kill, because every support player sends their courier to get the gem after.
That's true.
But yeah, there's that bad jump there. Shackle thankfully only connects on the tree. It doesn't catch the Tiny in behind. And despite the boat coming through, again, the snowball eventually happens. And they use that to not only defend themselves, but then chase right after.
Yeah.
Schofield, amazing fight here. Drinking Buddies gets forward, comes in, keeps the chase onto Lumpy. And then, of course, Analog can just roll away because they can't hold them in place for this Eclipse.
And then the BKB TP out that ends up happening. You can see Devi feeling it right here, recognizing what that could have meant. The unfortunate situation is all that fight ended up being for nothing because they just have to fight again down on the south side for Roche.
Okay, they do, but there's an 8-second BKB and now a Lincoln Sphere here for Hector. So
Lumpy.
The jump from El Misho, very tough. Ooh, good blink from Lumpy.
Gets out of there. Vitali, silence for now.
Pike is nowhere nearby. He's out hitting Ancients right now, and they have a Radiant Ward that might know this. It's hard to tell.
Trying to back out now on Heroic. Second Roche still ready. They're cutting down these trees. Don't want to deal with Treant Protector.
Their Roche is not that fast either.
They go in to try and take it.
The Whirlwind single target focus is not great. Sure, it's better than just raw right-clicking, but compared to Focus Fire, it's pretty pathetic.
They hear the sound, and now they know that they can go, and they know it's not going to be that quick. They're starting to run down this direction. Heroic, kind of a crazy move, but they're getting through it quickly enough. They might actually be able to do this in time, and look at him. King Jungle's X-Mark, it's already out the avalanche. Do they have enough to get it? It is going to be Aegis on the ground.
It's so
Or lift up, and Hector gets it. Just in time. And now the rest of them, though, in some trouble. Drinking Buddies, but look at the damage coming out from Pike. Analog is just going to fall. So they managed to take that fight indeed, and now Hector...
He's on top of him.
Body blocks, chase. Do they have another avalanche? 5 seconds away, the Shackle will latch. They don't quite have the ability to run down that Wind Ranger.
Couldn't quite get in range for an X marks the spot. Nothing to help him get there.
The banner's still in the pit.
Yeah, I mean, that was complete chaos. Oh, nice. Use the scan there. They're going to find a kill up top there. Schofield comes to the Twin Gate.
And that's Gem back.
Thank you very much. Lumpy with the Conda.
Well, an 8,000 gold lead now for Beast Coast after the gem gets traded back. Again, Aegis and hands from Heroic, we're kind of having this like push and pull happen between the two squads. But it feels like Beast Coast is coming out a little bit ahead. Wind Ranger versus Luna.
It feels like it's just scrappy, we're going late game kind of game, you know?
Oh yeah. Gleipnir, good Shackle. Hector still playing very far forward. Not afraid of anything with this Aegis in hand.
Well, as it does look like we're getting later. Hector will become quite the beast, of course. Luna, sure, great scaling carry as well, no doubt about that. Oh, Hector.
That was Lincoln's. Damage out. That's a freebie. That's an absolute freebie. And now Analog runs in, gets pulled out. Actually kicked away, it looked like.
Be free.
I think he was trying to kick him back maybe, but Magnetize is there. Blade Mail.
Analog?
Does not appear to matter. The Blade Mail is not working and the boats are ripping him to shreds, but look at the focus fire from Hector. Tears down one, looks for another. Can he find any more? They have power shot ready, but it's too long range to connect onto any of them. Vitaly, snowball broken. And just like that, the Kunkka gets brought down. 3 for 1.
Well, Analog misses the roll on the Tiny, ends up catching all of that damage, but he took the damage. And everyone else comes in to clean it up. And that goes from looking like it might have been a problem to a perfect fight there, honestly, for Heroic. You're going to take that. Who cares? Buyback on the Tusk? Sure.
You know, I think the lead doesn't matter anymore. Like,
oh no, I agree.
It's like I don't know how this game is going to be decided. They're just going to smash their faces into each other for a while longer, and whoever gives up first who doesn't have buyback is going to be the one that takes it.
Yeah, this is just Eclipse versus Whirlwind.
Yeah.
That's it, right? It's whoever gets the big ulti off in the moment.
It does feel like Dota Plus still very much favoring the Luna, which, I mean, again, you think about the cost of losing a fight against a Luna in the late game scenarios. It can be really bad. Schofield rapidly going to die. Pike godlike on this hero. But if you're free to get caught out, this Wind Ranger will destroy the rest of the heroes on the lineup.
Yeah, we talked a lot about El Misho's farming, but I gotta say, KJ's farm has been pretty crazy through this game as well. Like, pretty much the whole game, he's actually at a higher net worth than this Bat Rider. And you think about how the Bat Rider's been playing, running around the whole map, catching waves and stuff. KJ just playing a much more standard, just chilling, got the Solar Crest to help out, got the Glimmer Cape to help out, now has the Lotus Orb to help out. And he's just kind of been lurking in a lot of these fights. Now he's going to help take down this Tormentor here.
Doesn't have like the super scaling Snapfire builds yet, but
no.
He has a lot of utility and things that can really mess up.
Okay, well, with no Aegis and with them taking the Tormentor, they're going to use this time to attack your base. This is something that Wind Ranger cannot do.
This is, I mean, this is a lot. Pop the Gleipnir. Lumpy's still out there. Shackle.
El Misho can't find anything.
Divine Llama right onto him. Misho looking for the opening. Analog is out there. They blink away on El Misho. A Torrent keeps him back, and that's a tier 3 tower done.
Now, El Misho does have the headband, but you can't pop Lincolns with that anymore.
Oh, that's a crazy ward. That one is probably not going to get dewarded.
The way back one, but yeah, that's a nice play by the Bat.
Because also, like, I feel like Devi isn't going to be walking over that way with the gem. Oh my god, they came in and took it? What? Just send in illusions and take out the racks?
Okay, nicely done.
All right, no, they got it. Never mind. Still Banner in the pit. We'll see if El Misho finds it. 22 to 21, 43 kills in this 37-minute game as Hector gets closer to the Satanic. He had already bought the damage item in the Daedalus. Thank you very much, yes, off screen. It's a nice little chest there. It happens, I feel like, at all of these major tournaments. There's somebody that leaves something in the pit.
This one's so much more excusable than other ones, though. Sometimes it's just 5 heroes like Roshan and doing the thing. This one was like, there is a team fight happening. We are almost losing this Aegis. Then the Aegis was on the ground and Hector had to go back and grab it.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Oh, Hector picking up one of our favorite neutral items, of course. The Ogre Seal Totem.
Oh, it's a class.
Very annoying to play against. Always hopping right out of the fights. I mean, you can notice a trend of those 3 items, right?
Ooh.
Ogre Seal, Ascetics Cap, and Trickster Cloak. They are all just defensive, save myself neutral items. And what do you see on the other side? Ancient Guardian for Pike.
Right. He's ready to hit. Now, there is a ward that was over here that was scouting out some of Beast Coast. It kind of looks like they're trying to set up to sneak these, that Rax. They're just sending in the illusions, but Heroic is down here. Yeah, and they thought it was real.
Oh,
it's
my goodness, that was a lot of spells.
Yeah. A nice little bait play there.
That's all right, not too expensive. 40 seconds on the Viper Strike. It's okay. They're going to move on out. They're smoking up. They are running up top. Trying to decide the angle they want to take. KJ wants to take a nice hook. A mean left curve.
Almost level 25 for Hector. While they wrap around up to the north.
Another tiny illusion coming in. Can he do it again?
He's going to head right by. They see that
Oh,
courier
wait.
running away.
Oh, he's not baited.
They're not going to get him.
He did notice, actually, that they took the bounty room by his illusion, though. He pinged it.
Luna also getting close to her next item, MKB. So a nice answer to that Wind Ranger. With the butterfly queued up after the fact. Still playing around for where they know Roche is possible to respawn in just a couple of seconds here, but as you can see down bottom, buildings are in a little bit of a dangerous spot. There's a couple pings that come out from KJ. They're going to have to come and contend with that. 2 minutes until Roche respawns. Another long respawn.
Had another Trickster Cloak picked up. Another good reason for the MKB, 2 of them to deal with for this Luna.
This is actually, I feel like Roche being down here is really good for Heroic because they can push out that other lane at least.
Yeah, but this is great ward still here for Beast Coast, and they're setting up on it.
They catch him here. Analog. Oh, Lotus right away. El Micho can't get him. And now he's in far. Lumpy jumps forward, wanted to get an Avatos. Not going to find it. Snowball already onto him. Walrus punch, pushback. Pike trying to get into range. Now they roll forward. They find him. Magnetize. The damage is out the Whirlwind. Bat Rider already dead. Vitaly in trouble. Pike backing out. Meanwhile, on the other side, you got Lumpy completely in no man's land. And while they will get Hector brought down fairly low, they are not going to be able to get out with the rest of these heroes. Divine Llama right onto Pike. Analog backing away, trying to survive through this, but Moo with the overgrowth. Wait, but he kicked him away. He keeps him separation, and now keeping control of that tusk. Divine Llama still trying to chase. Connection onto the Luna. Is it enough damage? The turn, the hit. It's good. They got him. Vitaly now has to get out of there, but it's not going to happen. Heroic. They win the pivotal fight. And Roche is still 50 seconds away.
And they needed buybacks there from the Bat and from the Tiny.
It's such a long respawn. I mean, oh, well, they get the banner. But they realize that they can't do anything with it. Oh, it's got to be frustrating for Heroic. They should still be able to get it on the second
This
side,
initiation is total disaster mode, though. El Micho loses the vision there as the Lotus is running out. Can't get anything. Then Lumpy jumps in trying to play at the same time. It's totally just nothing they can do. It's already a wash at this point. It looks really bad. Vitaly's like, do I throw the boat now? How am I supposed to play this fight? So they start trying to back away the Pike. Hector's pressuring here with the Whirlwind. Still no good opportunity to go for the Eclipse. Lumpy's away, and then he tosses someone out. It's just nothing looking good for Beast Coast. And just Heroic staying together, playing with these auras here from Divine Llama, and eventually they're just able to clean up this fight and force some really important buybacks.
Now Micho, they find him over to the side here. It's been a bit of a hit and miss series so far for him. It's felt like there have been times where he's felt like he's made everything happen, and other times it's not been working out for him. Hector does move in now to go and claim Roche, so it wasn't quite long enough for the Luna to respawn, but this is a big get for them.
Get themselves the refresher. Really nice for the Wind Ranger. Can do multiple whirlwinds and BKBs in a fight. We'll see how they decide to utilize these options that they get. For now, it's Analog that has the refresher.
So now Heroic up 6,000 gold, 7,000 gold. Lumpy even too afraid to go and finish off that Wisdom Rub. You can see that swing from that one fight.
Yeah. I think your point from earlier still stands, though. I don't think it matters. Like,
Yeah.
I do not think the gold matters. I think as long as it's relatively close, which I still consider this to be, there is still definitely just a how the fights break down situation happening here.
And what the buyback status is, right?
Yeah.
Like, there's so many little variables in here that can end up causing it to go haywire.
This is a really stressful Game 3. Beast Coast fans on the edge of their seat. Heroic fans as well.
Elimination to see who moves on, and of course, even if you, well, whoever wins this game, you still have to play later today too. So much at stake at this tournament. And a shackle will connect. Oh, Lumpy, Lumpy. Where's the help? Where's his buddies? They have an overgrowth ready. The BKB is there. He's taking less damage. El Micho jumps in again, not able to get the lasso. The Lincoln Sphere was already up. Nothing to break that one. Pike, now he's also caught. Dude, the shards! Schofield, God! And now this Luna in trouble. They're gonna drop the boat, try and turn, get him away, but it's not enough.
That's it?
Luna's gone for 90 seconds.
Oh, that fight is over. They're going to get this tier 2. I mean, there's just no chance of coming back in this one right now.
Schofield, God. What an unbelievable shard.
Isolation. Yeah, he just cut them off. Twice. Both times. That was the main problem. And now, despite the lack of ability to push compared to a Luna, I mean, they can just prop themselves up here. Beast Coast trying to play strong here and act like maybe there's a threat of a Luna buyback.
Only 2 force staffs on the team to get him out of trouble, and they did not have him up at that point. Now this banner laid down. All right, you have what? 15 until Bat. You've got 50 until Luna. They've got multiple glyphs. If there's any consolation, it's that Heroic do not push objectives that quickly.
No, that's why they need this kill on the Luna. Without the kill on the Luna, they can't stand here like this. Like, there's just no way they can take towers and racks as long as she's up and has the threat there. Oh. I would be pretty disappointed if they don't get a racks here, I think. I feel like they should be able to.
It was a good tidal wave to push Hector out of the base for the moment. The question is, how much more can they get? They get at least the one, still 20 until Luna's back up. Look at the big wraparound coming from El Micho. He's actually trying to kill the wave.
Yeah, he is grabbing that wave in typical El Micho fashion.
So this glyph will be used, and now backdoor protection should kick in.
Yeah, I don't think they have a real chance at taking this anyway, especially with the Luna coming back.
Oh, they're going for it, sticking around. Backdoor now finally up. So a much larger lead blown open by Heroic in this one.
Yeah, man, Schofield just absolutely ruining their high ground defense by not giving them one, by making sure they couldn't get back to the high ground. Now Lumpy again. This is how it started last time.
Can't get caught like this. El Micho in trouble. The shards, they catch him. Do they want to step forward? Lincoln's broken. El Micho can jump and lasso if he wants, but already they have it broken. The Lotus, just so valuable in this game.
There's still the refresher shard as well here for Analog, so he has the ability to go crazy in one of these fights.
Jumps in. They have an X mark to pull him back in, but that's already a whole nother set of racks. Heroic doing the slow and steady siege. Exactly what they need to do with 50 more seconds left on this.
Now Micho just can't find that jump in that they're looking for. They're going to go for the tiny Aghanim Scepter next, though.
Try and overwhelm them with massive damage. I mean, this might catch them off guard. There's a chance.
They need a big overgrowth from Moose. I think El Micho is going to try?
They need everything here. They got to get something. Gotta jump onto Hector here, interrupt, find an opportunity for an angle.
All right,
they kill the creep wave. Hector steps forward, Lincoln's broken, Lotus onto him.
Creeps are still mid as well, so that, you know, this is not a full-on ending as the next wave also comes in. There's still a lot they have to handle here from the high ground.
Only a couple seconds left on this Aegis. Hector, will he get caught here? Lightmare already out. Tiny, we push back, but with that Aegis being reclaimed, it looks like Heroic are not going to tempt fate again going high ground on the top side of the map.
Analog just playing it really dangerous, I gotta say, up there, all by himself with no Lincolns or anything, but gets away with it.
Well, for Heroic, they have put themselves in a winning position. They have put themselves in a position where the waves are going to be shoving in. They should have a clear path towards Roche. And for Beast Coast, I feel like now you got to make some type of a big move. They've got to try and find them outside of the base, get some type of a pick-off. Because if they're just free to go in and secure the next Aegis, it feels very difficult to hold that.
Lumpy's calling for them to just push out top.
Interesting.
Divine Llama's going to get the shard. They're going to show that Pyke's up here. They're trying to catch somebody. Oh, Hector? Hector's going to finish that TP.
Not afraid. He finds Lumpy again. The Lao Shackle is keeping him there. BKB, Avalanche, and
Tusk.
That can't happen. Lumpy does not have any friends nearby him right now. Has double toss charges, but he's just gonna drop. Oh, maybe an opportunity there to kill off the Tusk though. Lumpy backing away and still living a very long time, but ends up dying in the end.
And he's got no buyback. He is short on the goal by 440.
Oh, and they find another. El Misho in trouble. They're falling apart, Beast Coast. They feel the pressure to get stuff done, and they're getting caught out of the base.
All right, now there's no TP on Wind Ranger. Maybe Pyke just has to go for it.
I don't know.
I don't know what else you can do. He's under a ward right now. He's actually scouted, and they're coming back for him.
If he gets caught now, too, this is the worst. Pyke trying to TP out of there, hoping to escape the roll. He gets away. Schofield popped BKB for that one.
He did, yeah. I think it was a fat finger. I think he was trying to mash Yules or something.
Maybe a chance here to catch Hector. Hector completely alone. Hector, BKB, overgrowth. No, he didn't get him. Oh, it might have been a little close. And yeah, Satanic King's back up to full.
Middle tower is under attack.
Yeah,
they don't know there's no buyback on the Tiny.
That's true.
So they do have to kind of respect it. They also know they're still in a very advantageous position. There's no need to rush this.
Right.
So they'll probably just force Megas.
Devi steps up, feeling strong. Lincoln's onto him. Pyke backs away. He can throw out these loosened beams. And because he's got that extra hit, it's a lot of glaives that get thrown. That level 25 talent, very annoying to play against.
Yeah, and using the tree armor and the general dissuasion tactics, they actually push them back. They don't choose to send up Hector. They don't want to give any big opportunities. They'd rather just wait for the next Aegis. And would you believe it? It's another really long one.
That's crazy, man. I don't know. I feel like you've got to start thinking about Rapier at this point if you're Luna.
Or Tiny.
Yeah, honestly, either of them. They need overwhelming damage.
Oh, beat the record for most deaths this tournament. That's not too shocking for how El Misho's played this game. Congratulations.
Everybody's got to have something.
Thinking about padding his stats here as he runs into Hector. Hector with 3,700 HP right now, by the way.
You can see how big of a swing this has been over the last couple of minutes, but 21%, not insurmountable.
That's
importantly
amazing odds for being down 26K, to be clear.
I feel like we've seen this a lot this tournament. It's just Luna. I don't know.
I mean, it's the one fight thing, right? Like, how many fights in a row have Heroic won?
Yeah.
Right? This is that classic idea of how many fights does your lineup need to win to actually win the game? And because of the lack of push of a tricore of Wind Ranger, Viper, and Earth Spirit, possibly the most trash lineup at taking towers without a real focus fire, you have to win a lot of fights.
Yeah. They pressuring up top. And because they know that Roche is capable of respawning, Beast Coast sending these illusions to high ground, not seeing anybody home, they might just try and push this.
How about the real deal?
Schofield is there on him. Now the jump forward Devi will find El Misho. El Misho in trouble. They run in. Oh, and snowball! Whoa!
It was so close to coming back.
That punch, that could have been it. El Misho, again, in some trouble. TP's out, not gonna happen.
Lumpy down here just making some moves elsewhere on the map. They're all going to run down here on
Right.
side of Beast Coast.
Are we getting to tier 5 neutrals? Do you think there's a chance this game?
There's definitely a chance, but
Oh wait,
the
they're
Roshan
coming
can
through.
decide it.
They're coming through. The boat is down. Analog is out.
They're
Tries to
TPing
roll away. Schofield realizes can't be here anymore. Hector comes in too. Lumpy backing away with the shield rune in hand.
Oh, Lumpy again.
KB, avalanche, toss, turn, hit, toss, damage out. He's still so tanky though. And now they back away. Vitali taking a ton of damage. So too is Pike with the Mortimer's kisses. That's more than enough to find the finish. And 3 are dead with no buybacks because of gold. That is a tough pill to swallow.
They felt like the high ground was undefendable. They had to take a fight outside the base to maybe get something, but they just couldn't connect on it. They couldn't find the jump in from the tree. He's just lurking there thinking like, can I do it? But the saves are still available. They just have such a massive item advantage that it truly has to be perfect to get that fight. And you saw the last way they played it super safe going high ground. Beast Coast just felt like they're just going to do that again. And we won't get that opportunity. And if they just push the base, even with how slow it is, they have a long time to do this.
They're buying E-blades. They're getting everything that they need.
You got to get them in the well somehow.
Heroic, they do not have to worry about a thing here as AC bought by Tusk. They're trying to close this one out. Beast Coast, they found their first win against this org this entire year, but unfortunately, it was only going to be one win. As you take a look at this one, Heroic running down the lanes, Ancient exposed, Hector comes in for the finish. Heroic, they're just too strong. The couple buybacks, triple buyback, doing what they can.
Headset is off.
Kunkka's a little bit late. They're gonna take this one down. GG is called. Beast Coast are eliminated. Heroic, they move on.